I really found a great spot in Utah. There was nobody around, just me and all of the open space. But all good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, it was time for me to make a move out of Utah.
Been an exciting couple of days. I didn't expect to just camp out in a national forest for a couple of nights, but that's what I ended up doing. I was in the Escalante Grand Staircase area, and I actually wanted to go on a couple of hikes before I left. But honestly, looking at my timeline, this is what it comes down to. Utah isn't going anywhere, and I want to get back to, not back, well I guess it is back even though it was 3 years ago. I want to get to Maryland, and I want to clean out that storage unit. And while I want to have fun along the way, I don't want to get delayed too much. I was already in Washington City, Utah for too many days, and I now have been just camped out up in the Escalante Grand Staircase area for too many days. It was really great though. I never had that experience of just driving through and seeing a dirt road and going up it and like going camping, and that was great. I shot my tour video, which you've seen by now. I got to just wrap up some stuff at work. My radio's buzzing. Do you hear it? I'm gonna turn it off. I did just have Hurricane Van back there, so I'm gonna have to go back there and clean it up. Yeah, like, you see. So yeah, I think what's wrong is like number one, my what's that thing called? My sleeping bag is really, really slippery. And so like on city roads, it doesn't matter. Like I'll just throw stuff on my bed and it won't be a problem. And then I actually get out on like roads where there's like huge dips and curves and stuff, and I think like everything on the bed just slides because of the material of the sleeping bag. So I'm just gonna have to be more careful about that. And like having a van is a learning experience. Nothing of value is like in danger right now or broken, or you know, it's just a little crazy back there. Are you seeing like I gave myself a haircut, and I always feel very bald in the back after I give myself a haircut. But it was great, man. Unless you've like showered in the outdoors, like I'll start with my bathing suit on. I'm about to get real personal with you guys. I'll start with my bathing suit on, and I'm like, man, I really want to scrub my body. So I'll half take off my bathing suit, and then I'll kind of look around, and nobody will be around, and I'll be like, screw it. And the next thing I know, I'm naked outside just washing up. I know, get a privacy tent, get a tarp. The only thing right now is I'm thinking like, I don't want to have to store a privacy tent or a tarp. You know? I mean, like, if somebody sees me naked, they can look away. I know that's not really, like, the greatest perspective. But anyway, point being, I really want to push it into Colorado, even if I just get over the border. And I'm noticing that's my travel style. When I'm like, okay, I've been here long enough, I need to move on. I just need to get to the first, like, concrete location over the border. And so I'm going to be pushing into, I think it's called Grand Junction, Colorado. So that's sort of my plan. Like I really sat here like, do I want to wait another day to try to get this hike in? There's actually 2 hikes I want to do in the Escalante National Forest. I guess that's what it's called. But I don't want to spend any more days in Utah, and because I don't love Utah. I would love to like come and do an extended stay at Utah and really explore. I've been sent places where it's like, you need to go here before you leave Utah. Utah's not going anywhere. And the good thing about Utah is it's very close to the West Coast. So even as I circle back around to California, Utah's not, I could like drive to Utah, hang out in Utah for like a month, and then go back to California if I want to. I could also hang out for less than that, like a couple of weeks. But Utah is definitely on my places I want to come back to. I drove through Red Canyon and I didn't have my camera going, and I regretted it so much because, oh my gosh, like my heart stopped when I was driving through there and I started to see like all these like red rocks, and I just cannot like explain how like seeing them in person, like it was like, oh my God, I didn't know beauty like this existed on Earth. This is like some alien planet. It's like that movie Avatar, not the animated series with the little boy. I like that series too. I'm talking about like the Blue People movie, which isn't that good, but visually is amazing. It was kind of like that, except yeah, it was like an alien planet thing. Like, oh my, like literally, I didn't know places like this existed in reality. Like my whole reality has been like, you know, cities. You know, I haven't really been out in like other places, you know, and I didn't, like, I would hear people talk about the Grand Canyon, and like, I haven't been to the Grand Canyon yet, but you hear people talk about stuff like the Grand Canyon and like these really beautiful sights, and you're like, yeah, it's just whatever, it's a canyon, you're like, it can't be that exciting. And then you drive through something that's just like these beautiful rock formations. Like, I want to go to Moab as well, because I know like Moab is also in this area, and it's like, oh my God, I get it. Like when you see this stuff in person, it's like, psh, oh, this is like amazing to look at. The idea that like nature is creating this thing in some way. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Like in a very different, like I've always felt like I had kind of a gypsy spirit, in that I enjoy traveling and I enjoy seeing new things and new people and having these new experiences. But I really did not get how beautiful, like, just unique rock formations could be until that moment. And I was like, why is my camera? Because at first I was just like, man, I'm just going to push through. I'm trying to get to the Escalante Grand Staircase area. I'll have plenty to film once I get there. And then I got caught up for 3 days. And the most I got really done was finishing up my exercise videos for the week and filming my van tour finally, which ended up taking all day and much longer than I thought. And it's because I was trying to like make sure I got good coverage of like the van, and I still don't think I covered everything. But I know people have been like, where's the van tour? Where's the van tour? And I'm like, only in van life, and I've just run my mouth in this video way longer than I thought to. Only in van life do people want to demand to see the inside of your entire house. And that's the thing. It's like, am I ready to show off my entire house? Is my entire house clean enough? Like, it's not just a van to you. Like, it's your whole home that you're inviting people into. And honestly, I would prefer for someone else to do a tour of my van than do a tour of my own van. Because to me, it's just my home that I live in. And these very ordinary things, like every time I've shown something in my van, I've never realized people would be drawn to that. Like all the time, people be like, oh my God, what was that thing? I want to know about. And I get it. Especially as a person who was on the outside looking into van life at one point. And you're like, oh, what's that thing? That thing looks useful, but you didn't talk about it in the video. Tell me about it, because I might want it for my van. And I just don't think about that stuff. And so, yeah. But point being, I want to push into Colorado today. And that is my goal. It's just to push, not Colorado. Yeah, that's right, Colorado. I don't know where I am. Where am I on Earth, guys? And I want to continue forward to the East Coast. I know for a fact I'm going to stop off in Denver because I have a package that should be arriving in Denver by the 26th. Once again, it's something I've wanted for a while. I pre-ordered it. And I looked at it when I was up in Utah, and when I saw how long the shipping would take, I was like, well, if I do a ship to store out in Colorado, that'll just push me forward into Colorado, because I need to be there by the time the package arrives at the store. And as I've told you guys, I love ship to store. Now, yes, you can use Amazon lockers, but Amazon doesn't like to send big things. And yes, it's a very large item. And so if it's a large item, what I personally like to do is see if I can get it either at Walmart or Target or some other kind of international chain, and then make sure it's a ship-to-store item, because there are third-party sellers that sell to big box stores like Amazon and Target and such, who will only ship to your home address. So sometimes it's like, if it'll do a ship-to-store, I can get it, then I'll just search for a store in the area that I'm headed to, and then I will send the package there, and then all I have to do is meet it. Now what that means is I have to be very aware of time, because the thing is, if you abandon the package in the store for too long, you just get a refund, but even still, you don't want to start the process over again. If it's something you want, I still need to return the ice maker that didn't work. That was really disappointing. But I'm just ready. I said Sunday was going to be my last day in Utah. I thought I would get the hike in today, but honestly, like, I did my exercising this morning. It's Sunday, so I filmed the video that you've already seen probably a while ago, because my exercise videos are out of sync with these videos. These videos are on about a 2-week delay at the time of this filming. So, like, by the time you're watching this video, I probably have been in Colorado and might have left by this point. But that's just the nature of filming this and having a good edit schedule and all of those things. I'm going to stop talking and get on the road.